So Yoda's one of the most mysterious characters in Star Wars. We don't know where he's from. I'm pretty sure George Lucas just wanted to keep him mysterious. So we don't know what his species is, we don't know what his planet is, but actually using some linguistics, we can find out what language he spoke at his mother's knee. Well, I think like one of the most important concepts here is the idea of transfer. That's the notion that when you learn a second language, what you do is you bring across a lot of the rules of your first language and you hang the new words off of those rules. So actually when we look at how Yoda speaks English, we can figure out some of the rules of his first native language. So one of the ways you can do this is by looking at what are called the syntactic patterns are in Yoda's English, and we use those to figure out what the syntactic patterns must have been in the language he grew up speaking. Well, let's just take an example that Yoda says in the new film, The Last Jedi. So he says a very Yoda-esque type thing. He says, "The greatest teacher failure is." I should really say, "The greatest teacher failure is." But like, and what he does there is, if you think about how this would work in English, you would say, failure is the greatest teacher. So failure there is what linguists call the subject, and the greatest teacher is what we call the predicate. Now what Yoda does in virtually everything he says is he takes a little bit of the predicate and puts it in front of the subject, completely inverting the structure of English. So that's called predicate inversion. So some languages, some actual human languages do that. For example, Hawaiian is one of these languages. In Hawaiian, if you wanted to say, failure is the greatest teacher, what you'd actually say is something very, very like the greatest teacher failure is.